Glenn Beck asked the question everybody should be asking about the second Trump assassination attempt. I cannot wait to see what questions he'll ask. I haven't seen this clip yet. I know I already had a bunch of questions that hasn't been answered yet. It's crazy, Trump. He just happened to be there when Trump was there, even though Trump been all over the place running for president. How did he know that Trump was going to be at Mar-a-Lago? At his golf course. Sorry, at his golf course that day when it was no schedule. No one knows the schedule. Y'all know, I already believe it's an inside job. The deep state is trying to take out Trump. But let's hear. We're gonna listen to Glenn Beck's take. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account as well. So follow me on those platforms as well. All right, so let's get right to this clip. Here we go.
What I'd like to know is how an assassin that was so sure he was going to be successful that he set up a camera to video the attempted murder knew what the former president's schedule would even be that day.
Right. That's the same point I made. How did he know? He could have been literally anywhere in this country, and he just happened to know he was going to be at that golf course. And Trump has many golf courses. How did he know he was going to be at that one? On top of that,
President Trump is in the middle of one of the busiest, most insane and contentious election campaigns in modern history. He is all over the country. But the failed assassin knew that he'd be back at Mar-a-Lago on Sunday and playing golf. Now, I was with the president, President Trump, on Saturday, the day before. I was in a different location halfway across the country. When he left, he said, I'm just going to take the day off tomorrow and go to Mar-a-Lago. Now, up until he personally told me that, I didn't know where he was going. How did the failed assassin know? How did he know that Donald Trump would also suddenly decide spontaneously to head out and play a round of golf?
Right.
How did he know that Trump wouldn't just opt to play the back nine? Somehow he knew that Trump would be at Mar-a-Lago on Sunday. He knew the exact time he would head out for golf, and he knew the location. Wow, he's lucky. Has any successful or failed assassin in the past half century ever set up their attack position based on luck?
Right. Great point. I mean, because the chances of you getting caught is high. So you don't depend on luck. You have to set it up. You have to be ready to go. You have to know where the target is going to be. This is common sense.
Did they ever just show up randomly with no prior knowledge that their target would be there? I just post up here for a few days. Who knows? Dude might, wander into the scope at random.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like deer hunting usually. It doesn't work that way. So I don't care who he voted for or what he said on social media right now. I want to know how he knew where he was at that time and that location. I'd also kind of like to know how come he didn't go to prison after he was tried and convicted of having a weapon of mass destruction.
Right. The left is so anti-guns, so anti-weapons. This dude literally have a weapon of mass destruction, whatever that may be, and he's still walking on the street. How is this possible? Everyone knows this guy is a spook. He worked for one of the letter agencies, probably the CIA.
Which would be a fully automatic rifle. And he had other gun charges too. Where did he get that gun?
So fully automatic weapon. Yeah, you cannot have a fully automatic weapon. Semi-automatic. How do you get your hands on a fully automatic gun? And then if you do have one, you have to get licenses and all these other things, and it costs a lot of money. You just don't get a fully automatic gun. That just doesn't happen. Not without the federal government being aware of it.
Did he have it in Hawaii, and did he put it on a plane? That's really, I'm just interested. I don't know about you. If you're willing to ask that one simple question, how did he know? Yeah. Then you can ask a few more. What kind of contacts would a private citizen need in order to recruit foreign fighters for the largest ground war in Europe since World War II?
Yeah, you just don't start a website and say, "Hey, won't y'all sign up here and and join the war in Ukraine?" Like you have to have some type of approval from the State Department. You have to have someone funding you. You have to have contacts. Where do you get those contacts from? Like, it's a lot that goes into that. Not no normal average American can pull something off like that. Especially when he really doesn't have the funds to do it. Who's funding all of this? How did he get the tickets to Ukraine and to travel back and forth when he supposedly doesn't even have a job? Where's the money coming from?
That's kind of hard. When I helped evacuate Christians and American citizens from Afghanistan, we had to talk to both the military and the State Department.
Right, that's my point.
Did he give him a jingle? How do you recruit Afghans out of Pakistan and Iran? How would you get the visas and the passports? How would you get them equipped with weapons?
Right.
How did you not just show up on everybody's radar?
Right. You have to get approval from government entities. You just don't show up and do these type of things. It's crazy.
Was he in contact with the State Department? Did the CIA ever talk to him? The Pentagon? How about NGOs? Were they helping? Did they get funding through AID? I mean, I've done shows in the past on USAID. You look at the relationship with the CIA over the past, forever. Who was this guy connected to? Who was he dealing with? And did they have any access to the presidential weekly and daily schedule? How about we start there?
Right. Great questions. Great questions. Glenn Beck is asking all the right questions. I doubt we'll ever get answers to any of that, because my opinion, that this guy is was a government asset. He's a spook, probably worked for the CIA or some agency that we haven't even heard of, that was charged with taking out the president when he was doing all this work in Ukraine and stuff like that, under the guise of a regular civilian. And no one does all of those type of things that he was doing and not be connected with some type of entity without being connected with some type of government entity. So the deep state tried to take out Trump for a second time. That's what this is about, I believe. I doubt we'll ever get any real answers out of this. I'm surprised this guy is still living. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.